last week, a Mastic Beach mother sexually assaulted in a home invasion. And tonight, investigators tell CBS 2's Jennifer McLogan that they have made a shocking arrest. The alleged rapist in this case, just 14 years old.
The 23-year-old mother released from the hospital has moved from the Mastic Beach home where she was strangled, stabbed, robbed, and brutally raped 2 weeks ago.
This is a case that is both shocking and extremely disturbing.
Police say the video they distributed of the perpetrators led to tips and eventually a DNA profile that matched the violent rape scene. The suspect, a 14-year-old youth.
Upsetting given the age of the offender as well as the underlying facts of the case.
Horrified neighbors helped the young woman as she ran naked from her home, clutching her 4-year-old.
Case.
Horrified neighbors helped the young woman as she ran naked from her home, clutching her 4-year-old. The two suspects had fled.
She walked over, held the daughter's hand. I thought they were playing, until I realized the woman, I was wondering what she had on. It turned out she was bleeding from her head, bad. Like her whole body was covered with blood.
The victim and her child had been trapped upstairs.
The victim heard noises downstairs, but she assumed it was her husband who had come home early from work.
They quickly locked themselves in an upstairs bedroom. The suspects broke down the door.
The defendant, who was armed with a knife, began to rape the victim in front of her daughter.
Then stabbed and slashed her.
Once I was informed about this heinous act, I wanted to make sure that I have the best investigators handling this case.
They made an arrest within 24 hours. The accomplice of the alleged rapist remains at large. Sources say they know who they are looking for.
I just hope they get whoever doing it, you know? It's not a good thing.
One on the loose and nobody's talking. Somebody knows something. And one on the loose and nobody's talking. Somebody knows something. And that person, whoever it is that's hiding them, I'm sorry, they should be convicted of it as well.
The 14-year-old was arraigned, remanded, and because of his juvenile status, faces a maximum of 10 years in prison. The hunt for his accomplice status faces a maximum of 10 years in prison. The hunt for his accomplice continues. On Long Island, Jennifer McLogan, CBS 2 News.
My thing is this, y'all. Hold up.
24 hours. The accomplice of...
My thing is this. Now look. They just walking down the street. Two perps. My thing is this, though. First of all, where was the community-based agents at? Aren't the CBAs supposed to be out protecting the neighborhood? I don't see no red shirts out there, no dog stalkers. So that's a red flag on the play right there. And second of all, why did these two perps come to this neighborhood and rape a white? They look like they two black brothers. That's what they look like. You know what I mean? They didn't really give the race, but I'm assuming that they looked two brothers walking in the white neighborhood and rape some lady. What made them go there? Like, did they know? Did they know her or something? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. You know, then she said she heard some noise downstairs and she thought it was her husband, but it wasn't her husband. You know what I mean? Could he have been in on it too, the husband? Because you gotta understand, man. You know, it's always, you know, now that I'm woke and you know I understand that this is a Truman Show. And everything's pretty much all staged. I just look at things like different. I just like who how do you know somebody? How do you know them two boys wasn't sent by these people right here? You see what I'm saying? How do you know those two boys, 14-year-old, wasn't sent to do this? You just don't know. You don't know who people are working for nowadays. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, you know, you got all these CBA agents outside harassing and stalking me, but these people are never around the areas where real crime actually take place. Where the dog stalkers at? Y'all seen dog stalkers in this photo? Go ahead and look at Gang Stalker Simulation and you'll see a whole bunch of dog stalkers in red shirts all around me no matter where I go. So that really just lets you know that the world is a cesspool. It's a Truman Show. It's a staged. You know, like crime is orchestrated. We are dealing with orchestrated crime. And I guarantee you that this was orchestrated. I guarantee you, man. These boys were sent there to do that. You know what I mean? Straight up. They were sent to do this. This was some type of inside job or something. Just two random guys just happened to go to this person's house and just, come on, man. Some type of home invasion, and they tried to kill, man, come on, man. I mean, it could have been her husband. Her husband might have been down with it. You don't know these days. That's all I'm trying to tell you. You don't know. People are dirty for money. They could have been, maybe she had an insurance policy on her. He was trying to get rid of her. He at work. Perfect time to send some perps to come to the crib. Out of all cribs, why that one? They was target. Obviously, that spot was target. There's nowhere where you can't say it was just some picked out of the blue, just randomly. Nah, that crib was targeted. It was targeted. That's how I see it. I could be wrong, but hey, I could be right too. Can I get a hello there? Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Like, share, subscribe. Holla back.
I believe that the revolution is a neurological revolution. It's a revolution of consciousness. I think our weapons are electronic. From the media. I believe that the revolution is a neurological revolution. It's a revolution of consciousness. I think our weapons are electronic. From the media. I believe that the revolution is a neurological revolution. It's a revolution of consciousness. I think our weapons are electronic. From the media. I believe that the revolution is a neurological revolution. It's a revolution of consciousness. I believe that the revolution is a neurological revolution.